What's up, guys? Matt here, coming at you with another video. Wanted to do a little comparison between the completely stock C10 and my modded C10, because I've seen a lot of people posting here and there about, they just picked up the C10. What should I do? I just got a C10. What upgrades should I start with? That sort of thing. So I wanted to take this stock C10 and show you what I made of this original C10. That way you can kind of tell what a few little upgrades will do for the truck. So you can see, looking at them, of course this one's sitting a little funny because I'm running full droop with the Old Man Emu shocks. So there's no springs inside of there. So it sometimes sits a little weird. It's one downfall to that, but I like how it runs. You see on this one, I pulled the front bumper, the bottom bumper. It just seemed like it was dragging on everything, and just got tired of looking at it. Got tired of dealing with it smacking everything, so just pulled it off. This one, I did do some like mesh in behind the grill there. Not much to the body. I put it on magnet mounts, which I'll probably do this one eventually. Basically just made this little plate. I just wanted to leave it kind of standard. Put a couple magnets on it, glued a couple magnets in here. So much easier than the pins. And then you'll also see that I put the lights on a switch. I moved the lights from the bumper, of course, up into the headlight spot there. So now they work on the controller. So I'm gonna knock the camera over. Your channel 3 switch turns your lights off and on. That way they're not on all the time, blinding you. This truck, 100% bone stock, the way it came. I had moved the shocks down to the chassis just because I basically do that on all of them. Some people agree with that, some don't. To me, I like to get this belly up a little bit. Even if it makes it a little more tipsy on side hill, I add weight, that sort of thing. I do have some little weights you can see inside of there. They're like the hex and weight all in one. Just some cheapos from Amazon. I just wanted to try those out. And I'd put them on here, getting ready for, I have some wheels and tires on the way for this. So I didn't want to have to deal with taking that off, putting the stock hexes back on, all that. So it does have that, but they're not much. They don't weigh much. So I don't know if I would really highly recommend those or not. I mean, they're nice because you get a brass hex instead of the little plastic one that sometimes tears up fairly easy. That's mostly why I bought them, because there's not much weight there, to be honest. But they fit well. So, but other than that, this truck is 100% stock. And then this one, it doesn't have that many mods to it, in my opinion, not compared to a lot of my trucks. Like I said, I pulled that front bumper, did away with this whole mount up here for the front bumper, just because I don't like it in the way, hitting stuff. Gives my servo good room still. It has the Emax servo, Hot Racing links, the Hot Racing 13 gram diff cover on the front. I have some full send weights in the wheels, and I have the brass hex. Like I said, I got low on my pins. I was losing the pins to the hex, and I was going to order some pins, and I found those hex, and so I just ordered them because they came with the pins and all. So I got 2 sets, so I got one of them in here. The RC4 drive wheels, bogger tires, the boggers, super swampers, whatever you want to call them. I haven't ran those. It's my first set of those. I really like them, and so I wanted to try them on this truck. With the Emax servo, I am running the servo plate, the Emax servo plate. Like I said, the old man Emu shocks with no springs inside. I just liked how they worked with no springs. This has the barrage motor. And then everything's still pretty much in the stock location. The ESC battery, you can see, all still in the stock location really. So I haven't did that much to this thing. I did make these links for the rear. I need to finish that. The high clearance, got a little arch to them. I made those. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this truck. So not a ton of mods on this truck. I did move the shocks, like I said, pretty much doing all of them. Move the shocks down. So I've really got them at an angle on this truck, but it seems to work well. So I wanted to do a little running with these two, compare them, and that way anybody looking at some mods could kind of nitpick what they liked and didn't like that I've did with this truck and see how it does and have a comparison of it versus 100% stock. So let's get them on the course and run them a bit. So this video ended up being a little long. I apologize for that. I'm really going to try to start shortening my videos up some, but I wanted to give a good comparison here and run some of the same lines on the home course so that you could really see that the stock truck holds its own for sure and does really well actually. But with a few mods, it makes everything look so much easier, and there's a few spots that the modded truck could make that the stock truck just had no chance. So let's check it out here and enjoy the clips. Here's where a servo makes a big difference. You can see that. So on this last little step right here, you're going to see the rear links really pay off. And watch those rear high clearance links that I made. They just barely touch, and it gives the wheels room that they can still be on the ground and pulling. If you haven't made links for your trucks yet, definitely check out my how-to on the brass high clearance links and make you a set. It pays off big time. So this is going to be another spot here where the high clearance links help out a lot. You can see the peak on that hill there is kind of sharp. And so having a little more clearance on the belly there is part of the reason why I drop the shocks down where I do. It gives you clearance in that area. And then your links obviously are not going to drag once you kind of get up over that. But you can see here it's just stalling the belly out. Tires help that quite a bit also. And you'll see it's able to make it eventually, but it's a really rough time. Whereas the modded truck will just crawl right up it. So this little spot here is just a dead up boss little climb. It's just straight up, and not many trucks really make this. My Jeep does a good job on it, and this C10 does really well, you'll see. My Yoda, I don't think I can even make it up this with my Yoda. It's just a little too top heavy. I didn't really build that truck to sit like too low, so it has trouble there. And this stock truck had no chance. And same thing here. This is another little odd spot. You almost end up back over on the little area I showed you earlier, with the peak in the hill here, but coming across these logs and going up a little bit different route is really hard. And this truck does this probably better than most. I didn't even really do it that well here, but it's pretty cool that it can do this. So definitely a spot that the stock truck had no chance. So this last little clip here, this bridge is not even normally here. I kind of set it over here to get it out of the way while I was working on something else. And I was finishing up this clip with the C10 here and thought, oh, I'll just try it. And I was a little surprised it made it because it's pretty off camber in some spots. And it kind of just shows off the balance of the truck. The truck's balanced pretty well. So that's an important key. Keep your trucks, kind of balanced left to right. Especially, and then your front to back, kind of maybe 60% front, 40% the rear. That way you're not too front heavy, not too, light in the rear. But I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know. I left the music out on this video. I kind of like myself hearing the trucks run and not listening to some cheap music. So let me know your preference on that, if you would rather have a little music thrown in here and there or just go with the raw video sound. So appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that. And let me know what you want to see. I got a lot of stuff coming up. So definitely hit that notification bell and keep an eye out. Appreciate everybody. Peace.